That's wonderful.
A esta hora precisamente cae la niebla y tú puedes ver cómo los montes sobresalen y se forma una atmósfera como de ensueño.
Oh, and it's an amazing place. I heard that just 20 years ago all this was arid, scrub with nothing. Wonderful, the transformation here or the transformation here. Yeah, it's impressive.
Muchas gracias.
I was dreaming a wine, and to make a good wine you have to dream it before. And it's a long dream, and today it's a reality. We have a very nice wine, very beautiful wines here, as we dreamed 25 years ago.
Oh, it's magic. I mean, it's very poetic, but that's just like this valley, this whole valley, magic. Tell me about how you discovered this valley.
I was looking for some area in Chile to produce good Chardonnay. Remember, it was a Chardonnay mania those days, mainly in America. Chile produces mostly red wines, and it was a must for us to discover a part of Chile to produce a good white wine.
Because basically everything was from Santiago to the south, and we was a red wine drinking.
Yeah, but you were the pioneers of white wine, and you're the godfather of Casablanca, of course.
Godfather.
If you see today how important is the valley outside.
Hugely famous.
Yeah, everybody.
Everybody knows the name Casablanca for white wine, for freshness, absolutely.
Very famous now in the Sauvignon Blanc, in the Chardonnay, in the Pinot Noir.
This is what I love about Chile, though. You have the coastal influence, you have the Andes influence.
Yeah.
It's not a sizzling, hot Mediterranean country. You're lucky you have the sun, but you also have so many different gradations of different climates and emphasis.
This magic gave me a kind of inspiration to make wine here.
You know, at the beginning, most of the people, they thought that this is too crazy to put vineyard in this valley. But now you can see the basis of many wineries, and in our case, the basis of Morande is here.
Thanks to this gentleman.
Yeah.
I'm still crazy.
Yeah, you are still crazy.
And that was
but
crazy.
I salute
That
you
was crazy.
for being crazy.
Look at today.
Yeah.
Excuse me, gentlemen. Talking about wine, for such a good wine as House of Morande, you want to try. Here you have a beef cooked for several hours. I think it's a nice match, a nice combination between both. Enjoy.
Thank you.
Thank
High
you.
five. Gracias.
Thank you, Chef.
Oh, I do love my job. Oh, cheers.
For the crazy valley.
For the crazy valley. Salud.
When I bought the first land here in Casablanca, the last owner said to me, here we have a big problem with frost during the springtime. But I didn't believe him because we are very close to the sea, and because of that it's impossible to have frost here in Casablanca. I planted the vineyard, and more or less 1 month later, I have a big frost, and I lost everything.
Oh, man.
Everything. I have to replant again. Everybody says it's impossible to have vineyards here in Casablanca, and I insist and I plant them again.
So what did you do to combat the frost?
At the beginning, we had heaters, then we have helicopters, and then we have wind machines, but doesn't work. It was really a bad thing.
Yeah. So you needed to do something about it.
Absolutely.
What's the solution?
Yes, the solution are the data sprinklers.
Oh, yeah.
And data sprinklers spray water to create an igloo effect to protect the buds and the shoots from the frost.
You know, Oli, my father decided to achieve 3 impossible goals. The first one was planted in Casablanca 26 years ago. At this time, Casablanca was full of cattle.
With no vines at all?
No vines at all, only cows. Thanks to that, today we have 20 wineries involved in Casablanca Valley, more than 5,000 hectares planted.
Wow.
Look at this beautiful cluster, Oli. Pinot Noir.
Beautiful.
Yeah. This is the second goal of my father, planting in Casablanca Pinot Noir when nobody dared to do that.
Delicious.
But stop picking my grapes.
I could eat your whole harvest.
You know, Pinot Noir is really dedicated. It's like a woman.
It's like a diva.
Exactly.
Careful treatment, but, you know, all women should be treated like divas.
The third goal of my father was planting in really high density.
Yeah.
In this area, we have 10,101 plants per hectare. It's a really high density.
And that's to encourage competition and make the wine really, really premium.
Yeah, you can see they're really close together.
They are, and these are very narrow as well.
Exactly.
Is that something that's unique in Chile?
Yes, this is the unique a project of high density this big in Chile. We have here 130 hectares of high density.
Isn't that a bit of a problem for getting the tractors in for maintenance?
For that reason, we use special tractors, very narrow tractors. This is a typically native tree of Chile, a molle.
A molle.
For example, the name of this block is the molle.
Ah, so you name the vines, the blocks,
Exactly.
after the native trees.
Yes, that is the idea. Quillay, Boldo, Maiten, Algarrobo, Litre.
Brilliant. Molle.
I'd like to introduce this special wine. This is very unique. We produced during the 2000. It's the only one that we got the noble rot, the real noble rot, 100% botrytis, and especially sweet, and it's kind of god honey.
Yeah, God, honey, I love it. Thank you so much. It's an amazing, amazing colour. Wow, that smells absolutely incredible. I'm a big fan of sweet wine, but that, the year 2000, you were blessed. That is gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. The balance of sweetness with the acidity, luscious, rich, and yet it has that freshness with the acidity. It's a brilliant counterbalance.
Good density.
Yeah,
really
lovely,
oily.
lovely. Yes, oily, absolutely.
It's long,
Something in
sweet.
sweet wine people don't always realise, that it can be as complex, if not more, than standard light, dry wines, white or red. Sweet wine offers something completely unique for me, especially with botrytis.
The noble rot.
So you get the mist and the humidity, and that will cause the rot and give this amazing elixir of the gods. What did you call it? God's honey?
Yeah.
I'll drink to that. Thank you for opening this.